Hey coin lovers, history buffs, and treasure hunters! Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of coins and collectibles. Today, we're exploring a coin that millions of people have seen, held, and spent, yet few truly understand its deeper significance and potential hidden value. That's right. We're talking about the 2003 United States Liberty 1-cent coin, often just called the 2003 Lincoln penny. The 2003 Liberty 1-cent coin, more commonly known as the Lincoln penny, is part of a legacy that stretches back over a century. This coin continues the design tradition started in 1909, commemorating the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and not just any person, but one of America's most revered presidents. The obverse of the 2003 penny shows the enduring portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials, VDB, are subtly engraved on the coin's lower shoulder. This portrait has remained largely unchanged since 1909, making it one of the longest-running designs in American numismatic history. Flip it over, and you'll see the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that began in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The words United States of America arc above the memorial, and below it, the words 1 cent. In between, the powerful phrase E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one, is proudly displayed. In 2003, over 7.2 billion Lincoln pennies were minted for circulation across 3 facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia, no mint mark over 3.3 billion coins. Denver, D around 3.5 billion coins. San Francisco, S proof-only coins, under 3 million made ***. That's right, billions with a B. But not all pennies are created equal. The Philadelphia and Denver coins were struck for everyday use, jingling in pockets and rolling through vending machines. The San Francisco proofs, however, were specially minted for collectors, sharply detailed, mirror-like, and never intended for general circulation. The 2003 penny is composed mostly of zinc, 97.5% to be exact, with a thin copper plating making up the remaining 2.5%. This composition has been standard since 1982, when the U.S. Mint moved away from solid copper due to rising metal costs. You might be wondering, why care about a coin so common it's lying in couch cushions and car cup holders everywhere? Well, here's where things get interesting. While the 2003 penny isn't rare in its standard form, collectors often seek out coins in pristine condition, unusual mint errors, or proof versions. For example, a 2003 penny with a double die error, off-center strike, or die crack could be worth far more than 1 cent. One known 2003 Lincoln cent with a major double die obverse fetched over $100 at auction. And high-grade examples, graded MS-68 or higher by reputable services like PCGS or NGC, can command prices from $20 to even $200 depending on quality and buyer interest. So, what's this coin worth in 2025? Let's break it down. On screen, pricing chart with dramatic background music, regular circulated coin, Philadelphia or Denver still worth just 1 cent uncirculated, mint state 65 around 25 cents to $1 high grade, MS-68 red $25 to $200 depending on demand. San Francisco proof, PR 69 DCM around $5 to $15 era coins. $10 to $150 plus depending on type and severity. As you can see, while most 2003 pennies are only worth face value, the real treasure lies in the details. A perfect strike, a rare error, or a proof coin in original condition could be a hidden gem in your collection or change jar. Want to know if your 2003 penny is valuable? Here's what to look for. Mint mark location under the date bright, unblemished surfaces, red designation, signs of doubling in letters or numbers off center strikes or clipped planchets. Grab a magnifying glass, examine it under good lighting, and compare it to online databases or send it to a professional grading service. The 2003 Liberty 1-cent coin is a tiny piece of American history. It reflects not just the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln, but also the evolving story of U.S. coinage. From zinc cores and copper plating to high-tech minting and collector demand, this little coin packs a big story. So next time you get a penny and change, don't just toss it aside. Take a moment. Look closely. You never know, you might just be holding on to a miniature treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2003 Liberty 1-cent coin, smash that like button, share this video with fellow collectors, and hit subscribe for more coin secrets, history, and values you won't want to miss. Drop a comment below. What's the coolest coin in your collection? Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting! Welcome back to the ultimate destination for coin collectors, history buffs, and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might be hiding in your pocket change right now, the 2004 United States Liberty 1-cent coin. Now, before you toss that penny aside thinking it's worthless, hold on tight. Because the story behind this little copper-colored piece is richer than you'd expect. From its fascinating design to its journey through American history, and even its current value in circulation and among collectors, we're going to uncover everything you need to know. So grab your magnifying glass, coin enthusiasts. This is going to be a golden ride through copper history. The 2004 Liberty 1-cent coin is part of the iconic Lincoln cent series, which has been minted since 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. But even though it carries Lincoln's portrait, this coin is often mistakenly referred to as the Liberty cent because of the prominent word, Liberty, etched on the obverse, or front, of the coin. The D Mint mark, located just below the year, stands for the Denver Mint, one of the most prolific coin-producing facilities in the world. On the obverse side, you'll see the familiar bust of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. It's one of the longest-running designs in United States mint history. Just above Lincoln's head reads, "In God We Trust," with Liberty to the left and the date, 2004, to the right. And of course, that small D beneath the date tells us this particular coin came from Denver. Victor David Brenner's design has become a numismatic legend. When it first appeared in 1909, it marked the first time a real person, and not a symbolic representation of liberty, appeared on a U.S. circulating coin. It was a bold move at the time and ushered in a new era of coin design. Flip it over, and you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, the iconic building in Washington, D.C. This reverse design was introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and was created by Frank Gasparo, who later became the chief engraver of the United States Mint. Look closely, and you'll notice something magical. If you use a magnifier, you can actually see a tiny statue of Lincoln sitting between the columns of the memorial. Talk about attention to detail. Above the memorial reads, United States of America, with the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, just beneath it. At the bottom, you'll see the denomination, 1 cent. But let's take a step back in time. The Lincoln cent began its journey in 1909, replacing the Indian head penny. Over the decades, this humble 1 cent piece has gone through several transformations, changes in metal composition, reverse designs, and minting locations. By 1982, due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint made a major change, switching from solid copper coins to copper-plated zinc. So if you're holding a 2004 Liberty 1 cent, it's made of 97.5% zinc and just 2.5% copper plating. That's right, even though it shines like copper, it's mostly zinc on the inside. And yet, the design stayed the same, honoring Lincoln's legacy through generations. In 2004, the Denver Mint struck over 3.4 billion of these pennies. That's billion with a B. That makes the 2004 Liberty 1 cent a very common coin in circulation. You might even have one sitting in your change jar right now. But does that mean it has no value? Not quite. While the 2004 penny isn't rare by any means, coin collectors know that condition is everything. In average circulated condition, the kind you'd find in everyday change, this coin is still worth its face value of 1 cent. However, if you find a 2004 Lincoln penny in brilliant uncirculated or mint state condition, the story changes. Coins that have never been touched, showing no wear, with sharp detail and strong luster, can be worth much more to collectors. So what's the value? In circulated condition, the 2004 Liberty 1 cent generally holds a value of 1 cent. In uncirculated condition, however, things start to heat up. Mint state 60 specimens can fetch around 10 to 15 cents. Move up to MS 65, and you're looking at values between 30 cents to over $1. And the rarest examples, like those graded MS 67 or above, have sold for several dollars, sometimes even more if the coin is perfectly centered with strong strikes and free of blemishes. Errors, too, can drive up the price. If you find a 2004 penny with die cracks, off-center strikes, or doubling in the lettering or date, it could be worth far more. Some rare error examples have sold for $10 to $20 or more at auction. So next time you find a 2004 penny, don't overlook it. Check the date. Check the mint mark. Look closely for errors. And most importantly, check the condition. Because what looks like pocket change today could be a collector's prize tomorrow. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting started in coin collecting, the 2004 Liberty 1 cent coin is a great reminder of how every coin carries a story of history, design, and discovery. From the legacy of Abraham Lincoln to the fine craftsmanship of the United States Mint, this tiny coin is a giant in American heritage. So, what's in your pocket? Have you found a gem among your spare change? Let us know in the comments below if you've come across a 2004 penny with an error or in mint condition. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more coin deep dives, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a hidden treasure. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep collecting, keep exploring, and keep the legacy of American coins alive.